Well, gosh dang, we're back here at Esports Talk, guys, talking about death threats and very serious threats being tossed around towards esports organizations, players, and pros and staff. And it's just, it's sucky, man. Every time I see you guys in the past week, at least once, it is going to be around these death threats. We have talked about, and most recently, that being the Counter-Strike scene, some young pros, a variety of pros receiving death threats. Most recently, we talked about Fortnite scene, having some younger audience players out there, unfortunately, receiving some vile threats. These people are sending some very absurd things, and following the recent benching of one of the most notable features in all of esports, not only just over there in Korea, that being Faker, a widely known brand, I would say one of the most expansive brands that is probably undervalued over here across the sea, of Faker, who is a legitimate celebrity in his own regards, guys. Following his recent benching and, of course, the fandom over there, it seems that T1, their staff, their players, their coaches, and I'm sure it's not only because of this benching, but probably a wide cause of which has resulted in death threats and very serious things being issued towards their team and staff, which has now prompted the CEO and T1 themselves to threaten back legal action. That is how bad some of these things that are being posted online about them or towards them are being, and that's how serious it is that the organization has now responded and threatened to legally pursue anyone who takes it to that level. This is crazy. As days ago, T1 CEO did state himself, after some personal reflection and talking with our staff, I realized that the importance of being public about T1's stance on this matter. Please keep supporting our players and coaches. As they made a very important post about this on Twitter, saying, T1 Nation, as our increasingly digital world makes T1 players and personnel more accessible, we can no longer remain silent regarding the rise in online harassment and violent threats directed at our team. T1 does not tolerate harassment of any form between players, coaches, employees, league officials, or fans. We value our community's fandom and acknowledge that criticism comes with the territory of professional gaming. However, recent incidences have threatened our team's health and safety, overstepping the lines of fandom with violent threats and hate speech. If the onslaught of violent and virtual attacks continues, we will explore legal action to put an end to it. The health and safety of our players remains our top priority. There is no place for hate in esports. We pride ourselves on creating a window into the lives of our players and personnel for fans to enjoy and aspire to unite people around the world through our shared passion for greatness. We're working hard for you all, and we hope you'll continue to support us as we move forward. And there are so many surrounding topics around a guy like Faker. I'm not one here to debate whether or not he is still amongst the top tier, the League of Legends scene, whether or not he should be starting. The team, of course, makes that choice, but it's crazy to know someone is of such note and such power and such fandom that when he is benched, whether it be for a short or prolonged period of time, that people are taking to death threats and safety, threatening the safety and health of people who are actually tied to the organization. That is actually baffling. That is how popular this character is, and Faker is as well. If you guys don't know, we talked about him many a months now, it seems like, because of everything that's happened ever since. He is now going to be an official co-owner, or actually has been, inside the T1 organization. That is how big of a character he is as he slowly approaches what could be military service. Not necessarily sure on the length of that, if he will return to pro play once he does come back. Either way, he will be forever tied to the T1 organization, and for some people out there, that seemingly is not enough. They need him on the Rift. They need him in the game. And I really do not know what to compare this to. You're right. I do not know the exact circumstance and the extent of what these threats might be. The first thing, honestly, that comes to mind, I think of a Chicago Huntsman Scump. If he were to be benched, I think of Navi Simple. If he were to be benched, there's so many figures out there, but I don't know if any of those would draw this kind of hate to the point where you threaten the lives of those that are tied to the organization. It's ridiculous. I really don't have anything else to say, but just please be careful. Think before you speak, guys, okay? You can be a diehard fan and you can throw out some hate, but once your hate, breaches that or crosses that line, come on, So next time, hope you guys all enjoy, though. Best of luck to T1 moving forward and dealing with all of this. And if they do have to pursue anyone legally, yeah, I'll probably be talking about that too. Hopefully it does not get to that point, because you would really hate to see something like that. Until next time, though, take care of yourselves, all right? Drink that water, drink that coffee. I'll catch you guys back here, as per usual, sometime very soon.